Most of us think of posture as just that thing our parents used to nag us about. Sit up straight, don't slouch. But what if I told you that bad posture wasn't just about looking a little sloppy? What if it was actually a ticking time bomb for your health? Well, we're going to dive into a pretty shocking medical discovery that turns everything we thought we knew about posture completely on its head. It all kicked off with this. This is a quote from entrepreneur Brian Johnson, the guy who spends millions trying to reverse his own age. He found out that the veins draining blood from his brain were literally being squeezed shut. And the cause? Years and years of just terrible posture. This wasn't some minor ache and pain. This was a serious plumbing problem happening inside his neck. And that's the question that really hits home for all of us, right? I mean, we all slouch over our phones, we slump at our computers. So could this seemingly harmless habit actually be setting us up for a similar hidden risk? Let's take a look at how this whole thing unfolded, because honestly, it's a huge wake-up call. So as soon as this was discovered, Johnson and his team went into full-on crisis mode. This wasn't some little issue they could just address down the line. No, this was a clear and present danger to his health that needed immediate action. So what is actually going on here? Well, internal jugular vein stenosis basically means the main drainage pipes coming from your brain are getting squeezed. The best way to picture it is like a kink in a garden hose. The pressure starts to build up and the flow gets dangerously reduced.
Not good.
And the fear was very real and very immediate. When you've got restricted blood flow coming from the brain, the risk of something catastrophic, we're talking a stroke or a seizure, was suddenly on the table. That's how seriously his medical team was taking this diagnosis. And if the short-term risks weren't scary enough, the potential long-term consequences were just as frightening. When Johnson's specialist was asked about a link to things like early dementia, the answer was a chilling, it's plausible. So this meant bad posture wasn't just about aches and pains anymore, it was now potentially messing with long-term brain health. Now, this isn't just one person's really unusual medical case. It's more like a warning sign for all of us living in this modern world. Our lifestyle has basically rewired how our bodies are supposed to work. And when you look at the causes, you realize, oh, this is how pretty much all of us live. We spend hours parked in chairs, our heads cranked down, looking at phones and laptops. These positions have become so normal, we don't even notice we're doing them. It's a silent habit, but it could have some really loud consequences. So what's the fix? Well, there's no magic pill here. Correcting years and years of bad habits is going to take some work. It means you have to wake up muscles that you haven't used in forever. And yeah, it might feel a little awkward at first. You might even be a bit sore. But believe me, the payoff is absolutely enormous. Okay, so let's get practical and move into the solutions. We're going to go through 4 key habits pulled directly from Johnson's work with his specialists that you can actually start using today to rebuild your posture. The first habit is a mental cue. It's incredibly simple, but it is so effective. All day long, just imagine a string is attached to the very top of your head, and it's gently pulling you straight up towards the ceiling. That one simple thought can help align your entire spine, all the way from your neck down to your lower back. All right, habit number 2. This one tackles our biggest enemy, the smartphone. The default position, right, head down, phone in our lap, it's a total posture killer. The fix? You gotta bring that phone up to eye level. And yes, it feels super awkward. You might feel a little weird holding your phone up like that in public. But get this, Johnson says he can now instantaneously feel the blood flow get restricted the second he drops his head. That's how tuned in your body can get. Look, you can't just hold a perfect posture for 8 hours straight. It's impossible. Our bodies were never designed to be that static. The real key here is to constantly reset. Every so often during the day, maybe every 5 minutes, maybe every 10, just move. Do a quick lunge, stretch your arms up, arch your back. It breaks that cycle of slumping and reminds your body where it's actually supposed to be. The fourth habit gets into a couple of specific exercises for those tiny, super neglected posture muscles. The first one is shoulder pulls. So you hold light weights, keep your elbows back and your neck long, and you pull your shoulders up and out. The key here is to make sure the movement is coming directly from your shoulders, not your wrists. It's a really precise motion designed to hit the exact muscles that hold you upright. The second exercise is all about strengthening your neck. You just place your hands on your forehead, apply a little bit of light pressure, and then you gently press your head up against your hands. The goal here isn't to create a bunch of tension, it's to activate those muscles with minimal effort, basically training them to hold your head in the right position without you having to clench everything up. And that whole idea of not clenching ties into this really interesting test Johnson's specialist uses. He says he'll just come up to a patient and, without them expecting it, try to gently turn their head. If he feels any resistance, he knows they're unconsciously clenching their muscles to hold the posture, which is actually counterproductive. Good posture should feel relaxed and supported, not stiff and tense.
But all of this builds to something that goes way beyond just the physical. Fixing your posture isn't just about your veins and your muscles, it can actually change how you feel about yourself and even how other people see you.
I mean, think about this for a second. Standing up straight is a physical expression of confidence. It sends a message, both to yourself and to the rest of the world, that you're proud to be here, you're happy to be alive, and you're comfortable just taking up your space. It's a really powerful shift in your own identity. And there's this fascinating ripple effect, too. Because really good posture is so rare these days, people notice it immediately. It actually makes them subconsciously aware of their own posture. It's almost impossible to keep slouching when you're talking to someone who's standing tall and aligned. So your good habit can literally start to inspire other people. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'll just leave you with this one question. Your body is always communicating, even when you're not saying a single word. So take a moment, right now, wherever you are. How are you sitting or standing? What message is your posture sending about you? And of course, we have to say that all of this is based on one person's really intensive experience working with their own medical team. Everybody's body is different, so please be sure to talk with your own doctor or practitioner before you make any big changes to your lifestyle or your exercise routine.